Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second information session on our upcoming seminar on the topic Navigating the Startup Ecosystem, hosted by the YSEALI Academy at Fulbright University. Just to introduce the speakers for tonight's session, my name is Hoang Ha Thi. I'm the lead faculty for entrepreneurship at the YSEALI Academy. And tonight I'm joined by Vo Duy Anh, who is a strategic and operations manager at the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation at Fulbright, and also by Nuzulia, who is a fellow in public policy in the year 2021, and who is now a security analyst working for the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources. And wherever you are joining in from, we hope that you're safe and sound, and we look forward to your Q&As at the end of the session. So to give you a little bit of context on what YSEALI is and what our mission is. So the Young Southeast Asian Leadership Initiative was launched in 2013 by the Obama administration. And broadly speaking, its mission is to promote leadership capacities in ASEAN and Timor-Leste. And realizing this is done by academic and professional fellowships that are handed out by YSEALI, by regional workshops on building leadership capacities, and also in providing grants. Now, within this broader YSEALI umbrella, the YSEALI Academy was launched in 2020. So we're a fairly young initiative, just over 1 year old. And we also joined a mission of building leadership capacities in ASEAN and Timor-Leste. And how do we do this? So at the heart of our mission is really our flagship seminars, of which we have hosted 2 so far in public policy, technology innovation, and the upcoming one will be on entrepreneurship. And these 3 seminars will really rotate on a yearly basis. And we hope to scale our impact through the seminars and also broader through our network and professional development capacities we'll provide over the years. So even though we're a pretty young initiative, we managed to invite world-renowned speakers in the previous 2 seminars. For example, Sandra Matz and Stephanie Davis, representing Columbia Business School and Google, who are really world leaders in the topics that are relevant for each seminar. And just like those seminars, in the entrepreneurship seminar, we want to invite the best speakers working not only in ASEAN, but in Europe and in the US to give you a different cultural context of their impactful work throughout the seminar. What's very important to us is to build a diverse and inclusive community. And so if you look at the left, in our past seminars, we managed to attract fellows from all ASEAN countries. We have equal gender split, and we want to build a community going forward that really showcases this inclusivity. However, we're also a competitive seminar in a sense where in the previous 2 seminars, we got over 3,200 registered applicants, of which 70 were admitted. And we're expecting the similar competitive levels for this seminar, and we appreciate any questions that you may have regarding the application, because we love to help all of you make the most out of your application, have a chance to be part of the seminar. As I mentioned, we see the value we create for you not only through the seminars we organize, but we ourselves are part of a broader network and have partnerships with different organizations. And in long term, we really want you to have access to these networks through us as well. So it's not that you would join the seminars and then we say goodbye and we never see each other again, but we'd love to stay in touch. We love to create a family atmosphere where you can reach out to each of us individually and we help you in your professional growth. One of our partners that's organizing the entrepreneurship seminar is going to be the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And I will hand the mic now over to Duy Anh, who is the program officer of the CEI at Fulbright University, to introduce the organization and himself. Duy Anh, take it.
Thanks, Hoang Ha Thi. Hi, everyone. My name is Duy Anh, and I am currently the Strategy and Operations Manager at Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation at Fulbright University, Vietnam. And today I will give you a quick introduction about the Center for Entrepreneurship. And we're very excited to collaborate with the YSEALI team to organize this seminar. So next slide, please. Yeah, so before telling you about CEI, or the Center for Entrepreneurship, I would like to tell you some facts about Fulbright University Vietnam first, because I think that some of you, when you hear the name Fulbright, you might think that we are an American university based in Vietnam, but actually we are not. We are a Vietnamese university, and our story dates to the establishment of a program called Fulbright Economics Teaching Program, or FETP in short, in 1994. And this program was a partnership between the University of Economics in Ho Chi Minh City and the Harvard Kennedy School. And it played a very important role in the diplomatic relations between Vietnam and America. So in 2016, during President Obama's visit to Vietnam, the Vietnamese government granted Fulbright its operating license, and then Fulbright University Vietnam was officially established as the first American-style liberal arts institution in Vietnam in the same year. And then FETP was then developed into our Fulbright School of Public Policy and Management, which is nowadays our graduate school. And then in 2018, our undergraduate school welcomed the first cohort of the students. So on paper, Fulbright is a 5-year-old university, but in reality, our journey started over 25 years ago. And in 2019, Fulbright decided to establish the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, which is the first center of the university. And we are a pretty young unit within Fulbright University. Next slide, please. Yeah, at CEI, we believe that entrepreneurship will help shape the future of Vietnam's long-term development. In the past 3 decades, Vietnam has transformed from one of the poor countries in the world to a lower middle income country. And the private sector has contributed significantly to the economic success of Vietnam during this period. And last year, it contributed about 43% of Vietnam's GDP and created jobs for like 50% of the labor force. However, Vietnam has been facing with emerging challenges that might hinder its current economic growth, such as climate change, rapid urbanization, education gaps, etc. And besides that, when Vietnam's economy integrates deeper into the world's economy, local companies will also face fiercer competition from foreign companies. And as a result, we believe that Vietnam will need a new generation of local entrepreneurs with global mindset to tackle these challenges. And therefore, at CEI, we believe that our mission is to nurture entrepreneurial spirit for young and passionate innovators at Fulbright and also across the country to solve Vietnam's greatest challenges in the coming years. So to achieve this mission, we have 3 primary goals. Number 1 is to develop the entrepreneurial mindset and leadership capacity for our students at Fulbright University through our student programs, such as applied and experiential learning, internship at startup companies, and also a student innovation fund. The second is to provide thought leadership for various stakeholders in the entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystem in Vietnam through our strategic convening and also community building activities. And lastly, we want to develop innovative education programs to bring the Fulbright pedagogy to the broader audience outside Fulbright. And in the next slide, you will see some of our key initiatives and activities. Hoang Ha Thi, can you help me move to the next slide? Yeah, I will not go into the details of these activities, but you will find these activities from our website as well as our Facebook page at CEI. And I hope that you will find more helpful information and follow us on Facebook as well. Thanks a lot.
Great. Thanks, Yuang, for this lovely introduction. And yeah, for the very concise mission and impact statement of CEI. So let's get to the meat of the talk and talk about the Entrepreneurship Seminar on navigating the startup ecosystem. So you may wonder, why are we actually hosting this? And it won't be new to you that Southeast Asia is undergoing an incredible amount of economic growth. And a major driver of this growth is the startup ecosystem in the ASEAN countries. And ASEAN itself combined provides actually the 3rd largest market that's out there. And over the past decade, the amount of venture capital, which is kind of like a metric or a good proxy for startup growth, has actually constantly increased over into early stage startups. Okay. And so we think that there's huge entrepreneurial potential in Southeast Asia. I think there are over 80 million small, medium-sized enterprises, which showcases the entrepreneurial potential in Southeast Asia. And so we would like to play our part in providing the leadership capacities, educational materials to really leverage this talent to achieve societal transformation in Southeast Asia and beyond. So just a few key facts about the Entrepreneurship Seminar. We target budding entrepreneurs, you who are watching, and the duration will be for 2 weeks from November 29th to the 10th of December. It will only take place during weekends, of course, weekdays, of course, and the platform will be purely virtual. We want to emphasize that you do not need to have any prior startup experience. All you need to showcase societal problems. You can articulate why there are problems and why there are not good existing solutions for that, and why you see yourself in playing a part in providing solutions for these problems. And so please don't be shy to apply if you don't have any prior startup or even industry experience. We want this to be inclusive as possible. The seminar will cover 4 very broad topics, and they are really designed to help you understand what entrepreneurship is about. You may be tuning in because you have an idea. You have no idea how to turn this idea into reality, into a business, or you may have, you may be sick of your corporate job. You're looking for something else. You just want to venture out there and know how you can be your own boss. Whatever your motivation is, you're welcome to apply. And these topics will provide you with a great overview of how you can leverage your ideas and turn them into reality. And entrepreneurship itself is probably one of the least theoretical topics that are out there. It lives and breathes through experience, execution, trial, and failure. And so we want to implement a hackathon and a pitch competition in the seminar that allows you to really learn, take your learnings from these topics and bring it to reality. And I'll go a little bit more into detail on how the hackathon is going to look like in the next few slides. As we mentioned, there's going to be social activities and lectures as well. It's a big challenge to host a seminar like this virtually, because in reality, we would love to have you with us, see you, shake your hands, hug you, share food with you in person. And we dearly hope that that's going to be possible in the near future. However, I hope I will convince you that we're doing everything we can in this seminar to provide an immersive experience and a social experience despite this being virtual. So our list of speakers is still growing. However, we've already got confirmation from amazing entrepreneurs, leadership trainers, and also investors out there. And I just want to showcase 4 of them. We have Sandhya Sriram already saying, yes, she's an amazing CEO of an amazing company called Shiok Meats in Singapore that really tries to solve sustainable meat production by providing lab-grown meat. So she really works at this interesting intersection between biotechnology and sustainability. We have Dungo, who is one of the leading educational entrepreneurs in Vietnam. And she has a really interesting path where she switched from an entrepreneur to a venture capitalist and an investor. And she can really tell us about that transition and the mindset that an investor has in informing us of what investors are looking for if you want to pitch your idea. Thirdly, we realized that we got a lot of interest from you who want to build social enterprises. And so we managed to invite Ben Jeffries, who's the CEO of ATEC, which provides clean cooking solutions for actually 4 billion people out there and saving lives in doing so, and very passionate speaker about social entrepreneurship. And fourthly, we will provide leadership training sessions. And one speaker we managed to get is Professor Christoph Kojim, who was at Princeton University and is now at Washington University, and a leader and advisor to the US government, and has really over 30 years of leadership experience and can tell us, okay, what makes a great leader and how can great leaders form impactful and empathetic, well-performing teams. And our list continues to grow over the next few weeks, but we hope that this is a good enough teaser for you to apply. And these panelists, they will not just talk to you and then switch off. You will have the opportunity to actually ask them questions. There will be small breakout rooms where you can interact with them directly. As I mentioned, the hackathon is really one of the key components of our entrepreneurship seminar. And for those of you that are not familiar with what a hackathon is, it's essentially a sprint-like collaborative event where you have the chance to work in teams to present innovative business and tech concepts for pressing societal solutions. So the hackathons were originally organized by the computer science community, where hackers or coders would meet and provide software solutions for problems. But this concept has then spun off into a much broader context, where now hackathons are being organized in the biotechnology context, in social science context, in the design context, and now in our context, which is entrepreneurship in its broadest sense. So during this hackathon, you have the chance to work in teams, international teams across ASEAN borders, and really provide conceptual solutions in 3 topic categories: in health, education, and food and sustainability. And these topics are of course, important topics for ASEAN, but they're also some of the most important topics and entrepreneurial sectors in the whole world. Since we're targeting budding entrepreneurs, you don't have to have any experience. So the hackathon will be mentored by experienced entrepreneurs. And these entrepreneurs are super nice, they're super eager, and we talk to them, they're super excited to work with you hand in hand. Ultimately, your work in the hackathon will culminate in a demo day or pitch competition, and there will be prizes that allow you to maintain the network and bring your ideas closer to reality. And of course, we want to organize this hackathon with the vision of it being really fun and being collaborative, where you help each other. So we by no means want to create a very competitive atmosphere. And so hackathons are all about having fun, having a good laugh, and of course, having a very steep learning curve in a short amount of time. So you may wonder, okay, a hackathon is supposed to be a really immersive experience, right? How are we going to try to replicate this in a virtual format? And we're super excited that apart from having the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation as our partners, to partner with REACTOR School. And a little bit more about REACTOR School. It's an amazing startup based in Singapore, which is really the #1 startup providing hackathon and educational entrepreneurial collaborative infrastructure online. And so we will work closely with REACTOR, who will essentially provide the entire online immersive platforms for us to do this hackathon together in a highly collaborative and immersive fashion. So since most of you or some of you will be new on, this might be your first ever hackathon, part of the collaboration with REACTOR will provide the right training for you to form teams, to define what is a valuable business problem, to prototype and pressure test solutions, to validate those solutions with customers or in a technological KOLs, and ultimately, how do you actually provide a compelling pitch that you would very much give to investors in the real world as well if you were to raise money. I'll just give you a brief idea how that will look like. So through gamification and online virtual platforms, we can really be little characters meeting each other, bumping into each other, shaking hands, and talking to each other as if we were to be in a real room. So that's for me, and there will be space for you to ask anything that comes to your mind about the application, about the seminar, about the speakers. And now I would love to save the last few minutes to hear Nuzulia reflect on her experience of being a fellow in the public policy seminar in 2021. And we, of course, always want to be able to showcase that we create value for the fellows. And we've had great resonance so far. And one of them that provided great resonance is Nuzulia. And I'd love for you to tune in, Nuzulia, and perhaps start by introducing yourself and by telling to our audience how being a fellow has created value for you personally and professionally. Thanks, Nuzulia.
Okay, thanks, Thi. Hi, everyone. My name is Nuzulia Fajriningrum. As you know, I'm an energy security analyst on the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources. I currently live in Jakarta, and I was one of the alumni from public policy seminar last July in 2021. I work on a daily basis under the technical advisors of the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources. So I mostly work at the strategic level for the policy recommendation. If